Well, I don't know about anybody else, but I think we won. I think we won the Free Stellar Blade movement that we had going on by Grumps. And I say that because you don't usually see this going on in video games. As you can see, two of these outfits, there's some more outfits that are censored. That was, I don't know why they are. I don't know what's up with that. But there's transparency. You can see is darker. You cannot see through it. But even if so, whatever about that, we're going to touch on these two outfits. And I gotta say, man, ooh, you know, Eve looking a little too hot in that. But that's good. And that's good because this shows that we have a voice. We was able to get Stellar Blade trending. And I bet you half of the people that was on that petition was probably not even engaging in any of that tweeting. I'm pretty sure half of that petition wasn't even half of the people who was making Free Stellar Blade tweets on the fucking X app. When this petition goes through, we're gonna see something incredible, because this showed these two suits that we got showed that we have a voice, and it shows that these game devs, this gaming studio, actually cares about gaming, and they actually care about the gamers. If they was willing to listen to us on X, what do you think that petition would do? Of almost 100,000 people. Almost 100,000 people sign a petition letting you know that we see what you did to this game and what you marketed, and we want that game back. And I don't know what's gonna happen, but even if it doesn't go through, mainly because of Sony and their censoring problem and racism that they have going on with Easter games, I'm just gonna call it for what it is. We still won, and that's because we still got pretty much some of the outfits that we wanted. And it shows that there are still gaming studios that we need to support, or that we need to try to send them down the Square Enix route, where they are making games for multiple platforms, so they aren't just tied to Sony and they can make whatever they want. But our opponents are coping and seething.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
Over this win that we got. It's such a massive win. And the reason why I say it's such a massive win is because it showed that gamers can come together and fight this ideology that's been driven in video games. Now, I'm not going to go through all these people, but we are going to read a little bit of this article from Fandom Post. And as you can see, Kotaku, Forbes, and IGN salty over Stellar Blade win for gamers. And it was a fucking win. A lot of people will tell you it wasn't. A lot of people may say it's a small win. This is the biggest damn victory I've ever seen in my life. You know how many times you ask game devs to do something, or just not to do something before it releases, and then they do it anyway? and their excuse is modern audience or some bullshit like that. We don't need that. That's not a thing. I'm telling you, these people are trying to manipulate you. Imagine game journalists being upset about a game developer actually giving the gamers what they asked for. That is exactly what happened this week when Mark Kern's petition to free Stellar Blade from censorship that went viral achieved success and a massive win for gamers. Stellar Blade's Eve costumes were uncensored at the last update, which just about had Kotaku and Forbes game journalist Ethan I don't know how you say his last name. I'm going to completely butcher it. Ethan and Paul in tears. As you can see, there's the Neuralink suit right there. The censorship controversy started when a patch for Stellar Blade was released immediately after the launch of the game, censoring several of Eve's outfits and remove wall graffiti that read hard R. Mark Kern, which is aka Grumps, took to the cause for gamers against the apparent intervention and insistence by Sony to censor Stellar Blade's Eve costumes. Kern started an online movement, Free Stellar Blade, and set up a petition to request the developers of Stellar Blade to uncensor Eve's outfits as it was originally intended. The petition gained massive support for gamers and achieved a huge win when a new patch was released with Eve outfits uncensored. The usual suspects at Forbes and Kotaku, of course, derided the Free Stellar Blade movement. But whereas gamers all over the world were celebrating the Stellar Blade developer for giving them what they wanted in the game, game journalists from Sleaze rag Kotaku. This isn't exactly. Gaming journalists from Sleaze rag Kotaku, Forbes, and to the lesser extent IGN were salty. This isn't exactly a surprise considering that so-called game journalists at Kotaku, IGN, and Forbes care more about promoting degenerate political agenda than they care about games and gamers. We're not going to read the rest of that. Let me put it up on the screen for you so you can read it. Read the rest of that for yourself. But most of what they say in that article is right, and I will put that up on the screen first before I put up the rest of the article. Like I said, I may do it. I don't know yet. But everything in that article was dead on point. Ever since this game was announced at the PS Showcase, this game has been getting hate. It's been getting backlash. The woman was getting completely obliterated online for being unrealistic. That it seems like real women is unrealistic because they actually prove Kim owned those motherfuckers and proved that this was just a regular 3D scan, not edited, by the way, because the West people like to do that. Not edited it. So if he didn't edit it, and it's just basically a 3D scan implemented and then just put it in the game, that obviously means that the woman is real. But these people don't want you to see beautiful women. They hate beautiful women because they're not beautiful women. These people are feminists. And a lot of people would like to sit there and say, oh, about women's rights and all that bullshit. But what rights do women not have? What are you fighting for anymore? Women have all the rights. In fact, they have more rights than men. There's nothing to fight for no more. There's no reason for feminism to even exist, but it does. You know why? Because they want to lower men down to where they are nothing. They want men to be nothing, especially white men. They'd rather bring the black man up and make him something than make the white man anything. These people are racist, and they call Asians white adjacent. They are racist against Asians too. That's why you see a lot of Asian people getting censored and appealing to their Western ideology because these people are pushing that stuff. But as you can see, we are getting a win, and that shows that gamers need to stick together. We need to fight. We need to, whatever we need to do. We need to get stuff trending. We need to repost. We need to follow each other. We need to do whatever we got to do to show people. Even if we're not showing them, people are still waking up. But we need to, I ain't gonna say we need to push it. We do need to actually push it so people can see it. But we don't need to push the idea. We need to let these people, we don't have to talk like these people. We don't have to act like these people. We need to do something like Smash JT is doing, where he just posts everything that they said on their websites and on their social medias. And he posted it on his website. Everything that they do. Everything they do is public. They don't like that. And when they try to stop it or they try to shame you or whatever they gotta do, they make themselves look suspicious and stupid. These people are on the verge of, they're at the end. And we have them at the end. We need to continue fighting back. And I think this was a massive win today. Just by the simple fact that we were able to convince them, us on X, not even half of that petition, was able to convince, I'm talking about the lowest profiles ever. Lowest profiles ever. Was able to convince a big studio like Stellar Blade and get it trending out of nowhere. Just get that bitch trending. And they responded by giving us exactly what we wanted. And that petition, I don't know if they're gonna reverse it, but I'm pretty damn sure any future updates, they're gonna have the uncensored outfits. We're gonna get what we want. You either give us what we want, or you collapse and die. The gaming industry is a harsh place, and we don't have time for fools to ruin it. If you like the video, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video. Make sure that you share it. Share it on whatever social media you got. Spread the word. Follow other people's accounts. I have them down below. I don't really cover topics like that all the time, but you know, I do cover big topics. I do cover gaming news and stuff like that. I'm going to be covering some more topics other than gaming, but you know, that's in due time. But you know, I just want to acknowledge people of what's going on, and people need to know what's going on so they're able to make decisions for themselves, for their families, for their children. And these people want your kids. These people are evil. Well, we're in Pride Month right now. These people want you dead. They want your kids, and they're sick people. Anyone who represents that flag is a sick person. I'm just gonna say it for what it is. It's unholy. It's ungodly. It's disgusting. It doesn't make sense. I can name everything in the book. I don't want to know about your sexuality. I don't care. No one cares. It seems like Kotaku and IGN and the rest of them sore dirt losers down there, them fake game journalists, them activists. No one cares about their sexuality.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you something. We don't care.
They can cope and seethe.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. coping so hard.